Get nice clothing. We're gonna have audio and video. We're recording. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the world's greatest action sports podcast.
You know, if you Google that, we come up.
We do.
Yeah, if you Google world's greatest action sports podcast.
You're damn right we come up because we're it.
Chris, what's the worst tattoo you have?
The
hell
worst
is calling
tattoos.
you?
The worst tattoo I have.
Yeah, what's the worst one?
I mean, I don't have any that I regret or anything like that.
Like, what's the one where you're like, fuck, this is just garbage?
They're all good. I mean, I love them all. They're like children, man. They're like the story of my life. Why do you ask? I'm wondering.
Because I saw some really garbage tattoos today.
Where?
Just in line at the Panikin 10 minutes ago.
Just, okay.
Like, to the point where you're like, okay, that looks like it took a long time.
Those are great. I don't know.
You don't just have any, weird ones?
Not really. I have, drawings that my kids did tattooed
Anyway,
on my
I was
body.
looking, there's this dude in line at the Panikin.
Well, this is not the world's greatest tattoo podcast.
No, but people want to know this shit. They don't tune in for action sports. Action sports are freaking boring.
Stupid. It's a ruse.
So the dude, it's like a hipster dude, right?
Okay.
Okay, so he's got the collar of his shirt cut off. So basically, it's what do you call those? Like a tank top?
Yeah.
It
A deep tank.
was it was like a short sleeve shirt, but he had cut the freaking collar off, so it was over his shoulders,
a scoop neck,
like a
scoop neck,
borderline blouse.
Okay.
And he had the freaking Himalayan prayer flags around his neck.
Oh, so he cut his shirt to showcase his tattoos.
There's some fucking horrible tattoos out there.
Yeah. There's obviously all over Instagram. There's tons of bad tattoo pages, and yeah, I don't have anything super regrettable, and I want to get a couple more.
Do you really?
Somebody asked me what my next tattoo is going to be, and it's going to be a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's.
Wow.
His hair was perfect.
Just in honor of.
My friend Tom Johnson drew it up already. It's ready. It's ready to go.
So you're the world's biggest Warren Zevon.
Well, he was not a good person. But his music is amazing. And my son's name's London. Werewolves of London. There's a whole lot of correlation there. But, tattoos, I don't have the time or money right now.
Are they expensive?
Yeah, they're pretty expensive. I mean, I think the cheapest tattoo you can get, let's say you just want, your baby mama's name on the side of your neck, or a tear
just a
drop
black
on
and
your
white.
face.
Yeah, like a black and white whatevs.
Himalayan flag around your neck.
No, that was the Himalayan flag was
was cool.
Colored in, it was all full color, like time was spent, but it just looked like fucking.
You don't have any tattoos.
No, I don't like needles.
You like stingrays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say you had to get a tattoo today.
Yeah.
And it has to be, let's say it has to be 4 inches long, 2 inches high, somewhere in that. Let's say as big as a phone. What are you getting?
What am I gonna get?
Yeah.
It's as big as a phone.
Big. I mean, it can be writing, it can be whatever. My face, a stingray, a skateboard, a snowboard.
Probably some Star Wars bullshit.
Boba Fett head.
Yeah.
Bubba. Well, thank you guys for listening to the Monday Mass Tattoo Talk Hour.
No, this is just random conversations.
Why do you think I'm not?
Have you ever listened to a podcast before? They don't.
What is a podcast?
They don't just get to the meat. They're not right into the
What's your
fucking
favorite
main course. What's your favorite meat?
If you had to eat any meat,
do you ever eat chicken sashimi? It is delicious. Okay, good. What? What are we? Okay,
I want to talk about chicken sashimi for a minute there, because it sounds good. Why can you eat raw beef, but not raw chicken?
I don't think you're supposed to eat raw beef either. Do you ever heard about turning the ringer off on your phone?
It adds realism.
You ever heard about it?
Since we're so professional.
Now it's making all kinds of fucking noises over here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll turn it off.
Worms, dude.
Silence it.
Salmonella. Worms.
It's September.
See, we're
17th.
We're off our game because we're recording this episode on a Friday.
You don't have to know that.
I'm transparent with our audience.
You're so honest with the audience.
This is Friday before, so basically we're in the future.
Well, and here's why.
Mm-hmm.
We missed last Monday's because I was at the Rib Curl WSL Finals.
Let's not get into surf
at the
news
most
already.
high performance wave in the world. And this week I'm going to be at the U.S. Open, and you're doing something which we'll get into in a minute.
All right,
let's talk sponsors.
This is Monday Mouse.
It's the world's greatest action sports podcast, and
Uh-huh.
also a great casual tattoo, a safe place for talking about tattoos.
Our podcast is sponsored by these fine people. Herschel Supply Co.
Oh my gosh.
Herschel Supply on the Instagram. Backpacks, bags, travel accessories, you name it, Herschel's got it.
Look, you don't know if you have a whack backpack until you put on a great backpack.
Whack pack?
If you got a whack
I think
pack,
Howard Stern's got trademarked that.
No, whack backpack. Like if it kind of digs into your neck, it's uncomfortable. I used my new Herschel bag for lower trestles every day, and it was almost like it wasn't even on me. It was like I had angel wings on. It's light, fit all my gear.
Let's not go overboard.
I'm being honest with you and you out there watching and listening. Herschel Supply Co. at Herschel Supply.
We will be
on the
doing
gram.
giveaways with Herschel as we move on. But
Yeah.
right now, we're just traveling in these bags in style.
Yeah.
And we'll move right along with our sponsors, Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel.
Why are they the best underwear in the world?
Have you ever worn sandpaper underwear before, Chris?
No.
Okay,
I felt
have.
like it.
You ever worn underwear that's made of house insulation?
It's
I have,
asbestos.
Chris. This is the opposite of that.
Right.
Beneath Apparel is like wrapping your balls in...
I believe it's called. I believe the material they use in the most. Oh, look, I'll show you. Look,
What's
it's called
it called?
Tencel.
Tencel.
See,
Don't.
here we go. Tencel.
He's undoing
And it's comfortable.
his drawers.
There's a pouch for your junk, and it's like being caressed by an angel.
That's right.
Angel wings
You
on your
ever
backpack.
wear denim
angel caress
underwear?
on your junk.
Denim underwear would be the worst.
Bubs Naturals. Every day. I'm an everyday avid user of Bubs Naturals collagen MCT brain oil, and it works wonders. And the proof is in the pudding.
Oh, I can tell.
You know. And guess what? So
Does it do anything?
we had a dinner emergency last night at our house,
Do tell.
and just last minute, I hosted 2 different video premieres last night.
Oh, I thought you were giving like the Heimlich maneuver.
And so, what I served my children for dinner, do not judge me.
Bubs
please.
Naturals.
No. Well, yes. We had cup of noodles. We had salad and cup of noodles, but my lady, my fiance, started secretly adding Bubs Naturals collagen to the ramen, and last night, and to the mac and cheese, and last night to the cup of noodles. So, making junk food pretty good. Because now they're getting collagen and, you know...
I thought you just like gave them a cup of hot water with some collagen powder.
No, we actually used the standard cup of noodles with a little bit of collagen, so it's kind of like beefing up crap.
Wow. Well,
with good stuff.
You learned about it here, folks. You can get you enter Mass 20, get 20% off Bubs Naturals. You can also get 20% off Beneath Apparel with Mass 20.
Yeah.
Hanson's Surfboards. At Hanson's Surfboards. Guess what?
What?
This is the surf shop. If you're in Encinitas, you go to, and if you're online,
on the internet,
you can go there too.
Yeah, and why not support an awesome surf shop that's been around, that has tons of employees, that serves the community. Hanson Surfboards at Hanson Surfboards.
It's the
Mass
only
10 on the internet.
Surf shop in Southern California with a snowboarding dry slope.
Yes, that's true.
So stop by just for the dry slope.
Nanocraft CBD.
10 for
Mass 10.
Nanocraft CBD
Nanocraft
is great.
CBD.
Do you like to put CBD in your body? Many
Oh
people
my gosh.
do.
Did I tell you I was digging holes on the beach the other week, and I basically broke my back. I pulled every muscle in my back. It felt like I was 100 years old, and I was on a regimen of the stick, the Nanocraft stick, the drops, and I feel great.
Look
I
at
mean,
you.
I'm not saying it was an overnight thing.
Look at you now.
Stretching, but CBD definitely helped. Panic Coffee and Tea.
I have
just
mine.
there.
I was just there a minute ago.
I'm gonna have a sip.
It's a great place to go and see friends and
Still hot.
see the same people every
Did you
day.
see Tony Hawk or Steve Caballero or
No,
Mike McGill there?
but there's
today?
like 6 or 7 people that go there and work on their computers every single day. And I
There's
see
no
them.
internet there.
I think you can stream it from your phone.
Don't. It's supposed to be an internet-free zone.
It is, but it is.
It's not a
New
web
Greens. New Greens is your one-stop shop if you want to have all of your greens.
Drink those
You
greens.
can drink them and have them in the morning. You know, you can put them in a cup. Boom, bang, bing. Next thing you know, you've got all your vitamins and minerals that would come from anything that was green. Comes in great minted flavor. Also has superberry. There's all kinds of antioxidants
Get
in there.
minted.
New Greens, Mass 20 at checkout.
And you are a co-host of
I'm
a
a co-host
show
of
for New
another
Greens.
show called Midlife Health Moments with Jonathan Wayne Freeman. You might
Do you talk about tattoos or
No.
stingrays on
no, this is
It's
exclusive.
all health.
This is exclusive.
Okay.
You got
World Star. Adventure.io. Adventure.io is your go-to app for adventures, once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, and just fun stuff to do with your friends. Go to Adventure.io. Get the app. Get this.
what is it? Oh, Poke.
I have a pin.
Kind of it.
There you go. You can have it. I have a sticker too. You can have it.
Sick.
That's me surfing. This is my new Pokey Pin. I'm really excited about this. I am joining one of the sickest teams in the world. There's me surfing. This is actually an original Brian Beelman photo. This is a funny story. I was on Kauai filming with Andy Irons, a video called "Learn to Surf with Andy Irons." You can find it online.
I remember.
And we shot this little scene where I was on a big soft top in a Speedo
Oh, this is when you almost got beat
on
up.
Kauai. I had 4 people filming me. These 2 guys, they were white guys, but they were talking like locals.
Oh yeah.
And they were kind of, making some quick movements. I don't know what they were doing in the bushes before, but they came down, they started yelling at the photographers, and, Mike Prickett, legendary cinematographer,
Mm-hmm.
he decided he was going to mess with me. He told these guys, no, this guy's like the #1 new surfer coming out. And he said he runs Kauai. He can film wherever he wants.
Oh my
And these
God.
dudes started going nuts. And I came in, I didn't know, I was like kind of already embarrassed that I was surfing in a Speedo, like
Right.
whatever, on Kauai. And these guys start yelling at me. And everyone's just like kind of turns their head. And I'm like, I'm here with Andy Irons. And they go, we don't see him. We don't see him. Brah, what, you filming over here? And they start like
Really?
going off.
Like they were coming for you,
Andy's hiding behind a tree.
laughing his ass
Close. Laughing his ass off. And I swear, like, he left it down to the wire.
off. Did Andy send those dudes over? to
No,
fuck with you?
he came running out. He's like, no, it's all good. Like, they were tripping. But
Did you ever find out who those dudes were?
No. They're probably listening, though. There's Alex White,
I have that one.
Brianna.
Oh, she's
Breezy.
sick.
She's amazing. She just got a sick edit. This one's cool. This is a Bad Habit. So the cool thing about... There's a bunch of them.
Where's the one? Do you have the one with the hand plant on the cat?
Yes. I'll
That's-
give that one to you
That's
as
the
well.
sickest one.
This is
Nicole
this is
House's.
pretty cool because all your whatever you buy from PokePin, it goes to charities. My personal charity is the LGBTQ Community Center in Oceanside, California. So whenever you buy a PokePin, the money goes straight to them.
I told Alex over there at PokePin that I wanted to do a stingray one.
Oh my gosh, you
That
have
you could,
to.
that you could actually take the pin and fucking poke yourself in the leg with it.
Alex, I know
And
she's
then-
listening.
And then I will donate all the proceeds into Exterminate the Stingray.
No,
No?
you should donate it to,
What?
I don't know, SeaWorld or something. Kill them with kindness.
SeaWorld? Fuck SeaWorld.
Yeah, it's like not SeaWorld, but like a sea rescue thing.
Okay.
Fuck SeaWorld.
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. Great. Kelly Slater's listening right now going, yeah, I agree with Todd. And I agree with them. Free the orcas.
But this is we're a 60% Stingray podcast now.
I know.
based.
All stingrays all the time. Stingrays and tattoos.
Mhm.
That's what we do.
All right, let's move on to surf news.
Surf news brought to you by Hanson Surfboards.
What's up?
We told you about them.
So let me start this because
Okay.
you've been talking about surfing for fucking weeks now.
Can I just say one thing before you start?
Yep.
I have a feeling right now of surf madness in a most positive way at an all-time high.
Really?
It's just everything's about surfing right now in the world. And I love it. Go ahead.
Okay. So well, I have to categorize.
I'm just gonna sit over here like I'm a guest on
You're
the
just a
pod.
guest.
I'm a guest on your podcast.
So you just were part of the commentary team for the WSL finals at Lower Trestles, a one-day event
Yeah.
where the 5 best men and how many women?
5.
5 best women
Equality.
fight it out,
Yes.
winner take all, world champion.
Yes. Yes.
Swell of the summer, fall. What are we in now?
Fall.
Swell of the beginning, opening swell of the fall hits. It's big. It's fun. There's drama.
Big fun. Big drama.
So, Chris,
Yeah.
tell us all about it.
So I told everybody all about it during that day.
So, okay, so there's a lot. Like, obviously, I've had many.
You want my takeaways?
I do, but I'll get to that.
Yeah.
I've had a bunch of conversations with people in the water about this since we all watched.
In the lineup.
In the
that was a
lineup.
big. We crowned champions in the lineup.
In the lineup. And, there was all kinds of crazy shit. You had shark holds.
Yeah.
Kind of like upsets, people coming from behind.
Ooh.
The thing that and we kind of talked about this a little bit ago, and
Yeah.
a lot of people have talked about it. It's a very controversial way of crowning a world champion.
Yeah. More controversial in the conversations leading up to it, and then when it actually happened, you did not hear a lot of the controversy that you heard before because there was waves.
Well,
People were ripping.
Right.
It was kind of like the actual event. In my opinion, was really good, and it kind of erased a lot of the pre-event cyber hate.
Right. And I think it was a great event. You guys got really lucky with the forecast. It seems like this time of year there's always something, because this is traditionally when lowers.
It was pumping.
Let's talk about the e-bike situation there, because I've seen pictures of it, and that was probably the most e-bikes I've ever seen in one place at one time.
Yeah.
Did you ride yours?
Yeah, of course.
How did you know where yours was? There were so many e-bikes. Like if you park it.
Well, I was there at 5 a.m. and I left at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I was the first bike parked and the last bike out.
Wow.
And I had a great time. I parked my car in the parking lot. I rode the e-bike down, and I think a lot of people that were there rode their e-bikes from their house. So for all the e-bike haters out there, keep on hating, because these are people that are having a good time riding their bikes down to the beach. A lot of them rode from their houses in San Clemente and the surrounding areas. So, I feel like I see a lot of people riding their e-bikes around, riding their e-bikes to lowers, especially to, the local spots. Everyone, they're having a good time in their e-bikes. And I just hope that kind of there's a bandwagon now of hating on e-bikes. And I hope that doesn't translate into actual abuse, popping tires, throwing stuff at e-bikers, insulting e-bikers.
I think the sprint event people are just relieved that no one's picking on them anymore.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of, it's like if you're gonna pick e-bikes to make fun of now, it's like, come on, that's a very American thing, right?
What?
Pick on e-bikes. Because
Mine's-
that's the biggest problem in the world right
Mine's
now.
kind
Is
of broke.
e-bikes.
My Super 70.
Is that why you're pissed?
Kind of broke.
Now
Yeah,
you're an e-bike hater.
yeah,
'cause yours is
anti-e-bikes.
broken.
Mine's broke.
Yeah, most of the people that hate e-bikes don't have one, but they will soon.
So a bunch of crazy surfing went down. I think that it was.
You know who won?
Yeah, I do. I saw it. I watched a lot.
Lance Burkhart.
I watched a lot of that day, and I will say this is that Gabriel Medina was putting it together better than freaking anybody. I don't. The claiming is out of fucking control. I'm just gonna say that right now.
The I don't know claim is weird.
I don't know. I kiss a baby, throw the baby away from you, wave to the shore.
I think it's funny.
Shoot yourself in the dick claim. I don't know. This is like just pew pew. But he did one wave where he did like a layback and then like a check turn and then a frontside air where he cleared like 20 feet.
Oh my god, that was my favorite.
That was
air.
the freaking best wave I've seen.
Gabriel is so good and so automatic.
Oh yeah,
and so unshakable.
Then he did the fucking Gorky flip. Gorky
He
Park.
did everything. He did everything better than everyone. And
what was the biggest surprise for you at the event?
The biggest surprise
in the men's and women's.
I thought Felipe was going to put up more of a fight, and Italo. I thought both of them were going to put up more of a fight. Obviously, Felipe was ripping. He was probably the closest to Gabriel. Gabriel was probably twice as good as everyone else. Italo kind of disappeared. I don't even remember what happened, and I love Italo so much, and I want to see more of him. And
he didn't really take off. It seemed like he took off on a bunch of closeouts.
Which maybe was his strategy. I don't know. That was probably my biggest surprise. I was not surprised one bit that Gabriel came down there and just kicked everyone's ass. And I think Gabriel, he started off his early seasons as kind of one of the more unlikable surfers, and I think it's because he was young and cocky.
Oh, you mean back in the day?
Back in the day on tour. And I think it's flipped. He's become more humble, more likable, and obviously, his skills. If you want to be nitpicky, I feel like, okay, his style could use work, but you can't really work on that. Mm-hmm. And he's got this utilitarian thing going, and it's working because he does not fall. And he has springs for legs, and he's really entertaining to watch. And I used to be on the side of, oh no, not Gabriel again. But now I'm all in. I'm a Gabriel Medina fan. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I love the guy.
This is circling back into local surf.
Yeah.
Like our town. So Italo was surfing our spot the other night.
Your spot?
Yeah.
Really?
Fucking crazy. On Sunday night.
No way.
He was out surfing bamboos with another Brazilian guy that he hangs with.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so
crazy.
Cool.
And then Coco was surfing there.
I got a text from Coco.
Did she want to be on the show?
No, she's going to be in Encinitas magazine, though.
Well, can we lure her onto the show? She can talk about something. Anyway, I think the contest was cool. I was a little bit bummed that Steph lost out so quickly.
That was a big surprise. She just looked like she was over it from the very beginning. I think she fell on her first 3 waves. She fell on every wave. And I think that has... I don't know exactly. I think the waves at the very dawn and the first heat, the waves were pretty weird.
They were junky and warbly.
But I don't know. Steph is like unbeatable, or she makes a lot of mistakes, and 90% of the time she's unbeatable. 10% of the time she just I don't know what happened, but she was bummed when she came in.
Oh yeah, she looked really bummed. We were supposed to go up there to support for Quick, in case she won.
Oh.
And then I got the text
don't come.
Don't come. She lost.
So, do you think? And I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this. Of all that, so there's 5 and 5, right? They all have a chance to win the world title that day. Do you think that all their companies made congratulations shirts?
I think so.
And so, what happens to the box of congrats Connor, congrats Stephanie, congrats Sally? What happens to the boxes of shirts? Are they destroyed? Are they given to...
They're probably, knowing these brands, they just go they're sitting in the warehouse.
Like Indiana Jones warehouse.
Yeah. And there's definitely, I've been at Quicksilver before, in the old, when we used the warehouse where all the clothes are and all the props and all the trade show booths were all in the same warehouse. You would find these fucking boxes of things.
It's congrats, Kelly.
Do you remember the 15th
world title?
The Slater shirt?
Yes.
Just boxes of that.
Because it was a cease and desist?
I think something like that. There's just boxes of shit back there. Anyways, so it was a cool contest. I think...
it was going off down there.
Yeah.
It was so cool to have and we got into it a little bit last week about these challenging times, but it was just really awesome to see Groms on the beach cheering and being able to watch it up close. There was like surf fans that were everybody was cheering for everybody, which is something you don't often see. It wasn't like Brazilian fans are only cheering for Brazilians. It was everybody was cheering for every wave, because I think people were just so excited to be back on the beach and be at a live event.
Was there a lot of people in the water at like uppers and middles and stuff?
Not as many as you'd think. There was probably 30 people off to the side at middles.
Really?
I didn't really
that
see
seems like
uppers.
a low number for how good that swell was.
Everyone on the beach, it was crowded down to churches.
Mm-hmm.
The line to get into Santa Onofre, I honestly, like, how you spend your weekend is none of my business, but there's no way in hell I would sit in a line for 4 hours to go to Santa
Is that
Onofre
how
Beach.
long they sit in line?
I'm not.
4 hours?
I swear the line to get into Santa Onofre started in Oceanside. I was driving on the freeway, and it was at dawn, and I'm looking over going, wow.
That sucks.
Well, I mean, I get it. It's a scene. It's an iconic surf spot, and if all your friends are there, it's just not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But more power to you for the people that stick it out and get down there.
And then there's
Seems like a cool vibe, and it's not
I
my
guess.
deal.
I don't know.
I was at Lowers on my e-bike with all the high performance surf. I should have put out a thing, like a drinking game or a game where every time I say high performance hub or high performance surfing,
Did you say that a
get
lot?
to throw something at me
You said that a lot.
or throw something at your TV.
Did you
Yeah.
commentate any heats with Kelly?
Yeah,
You did.
Kelly was super nice to me and engaging.
And this is surprising?
He's actually been really nice to me for the past 5 years. Not that he's ever been mean to me, but why should the GOAT pay attention to me? But now we're kind of like contemporaries. We're commentating together.
I
We
think
surf
that,
a lot alike.
you know,
Like, I'm really
his commentary is very precise, and
Yes.
he knows what he wants to talk
Oh
about.
my god, having him and Mick Fanning in the booth was
Pretty rad. huh?
huge.
Yeah.
Because everyone on the commentary team, everyone can surf, everyone knows what it's like to surf, but when you're able to ask Kelly Slater, Mick Fanning, what's it like to surf for a world title, and have them be able to elaborate, or what's it like to be in the water when a shark interrupts a heat?
How is that? So you got Mick Fanning
course, Mick's in the booth.
in the freaking booth, and they have a shark hole.
Yeah, and then there was Kelly told a rad story about how he was actually in the water when the shark attack happened at J Bay, and he didn't know what was going on. He just
I
saw
didn't hear that part.
Yeah, he just saw like the jet skis and stuff, and he didn't really think about it. Oh, our guest is calling.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
is this a surf guest?
This is a surf guest.
Okay,
It's
good.
a good one.
Hey guys, we have a surf guest.
Yeah.
I don't know what this relates to, or
Oh, this is
anything.
big right here.
This is
Yeah, this is a big time guest.
male or female?
Male.
Is it Kelly Slater?
No, it's not Kelly Slater.
Imagine if it was.
It's the guy that helped make Kelly Slater.
Oh.
Hello.
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 How are you?
This is I was just telling Todd I got a big time guest lined up. The legendary Taylor Steele is
What
here on the Monday
the
Mass.
fuck?
Yes.
Wow.
Todd's
Hi,
hyped.
guys.
I'm hyped.
Hi.
Hey Taylor. Just talking. Welcome to the show. I know you've been on here a couple times, but I know it's special for you every time.
Right.
It is every single time.
Every time. So a lot of stuff happening. It feels like surf madness has taken over the world. We had the Rip Curl Finals. There's major surfing TV shows on HBO and ABC, and there's surf videos coming out every day. Big premieres. We were at a premiere last night. What is your feeling right now on the state of surfing? It just seems like, I don't know, surfing right now is at an all-time stoke high. But you tell us.
Yes, I feel that. I feel like it's definitely in Southern California too. It feels like it's all centered around here, and we're like the center of the surf universe, or at least this month. So it's been a lot of fun. It's exciting to have that vibe back.
Hell yes.
Well, it just seems like there's been like that hurricane that happened on the East Coast last week, and all the footage that's been coming out of New England and the East Coast and New Jersey is crazy. And then we just had all this crazy waves here. There's a lot of
It's surf
there's
madness.
a lot of vibe.
Yes.
Well, September is always the best surf month for Northern Hemisphere.
100% agree.
Yeah.
So, Taylor, I've actually been with you now at 3 surf premieres in a row at La Paloma. We were at the Italo one together. Last night we were at an amazing local film called The Lockdown, filmed at a spot that you actually got your start filming at. So it was just amazing. The whole community was there. All the Groms were there. It was a super rad night. What's it like to go back to La Paloma, and it just seems like every time it feels just as good, if not better, as the last time. What was last night like for you? You had waves in this movie, which was insane to see. Have you ever seen yourself surfing on screen at La Paloma?
I have not. That was I was a little bit nervous about that. Once I saw that I was riding a wave, I was like, what's that gonna be like? Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to be there. It was fun to see my local break with punk rock music. It had such a rad energy last night, and the guy who made it, his name's BJ. He did an amazing job shooting for all during lockdown, and so it was really fun to watch. And it was fun. I was with my brother and his wife and their kids and my girlfriend, and it was just like a rad vibe.
It was awesome. It kind of felt like old times to know every single person in the theater, which brings us to the upcoming Salento Surf Film Festival. You got the iconic La Paloma Theater booked out, sold out 3 nights in a row. This is going to be awesome. Tell us about the it feels like, I know you've been planning this thing forever, but it just kind of popped up and it was like, bam, sold out, everyone's hyped.
Yeah, the idea stemmed from when I was living in New York and even Australia, and I was just thinking about how you know your neighbors and the community is really tight, and there's just so much culture going on in New York. There's like an amazing band playing, and then there's like movie premieres, and then there's art galleries, and I was just sort of like missing my New York vibe, and I'm like, instead of sort of looking at Encinitas of what's missing, why don't I try to start bringing that here? And so that was sort of the genesis in my head, and the festival's going to grow into that more. But this year we have amazing bands playing. We have special guests and conversations, and then old films sort of revisited with the people that made them, and some commentary over it, and then brand new films. So the idea is just really sort of creating something that's just going to keep growing into a bigger and better thing as it goes.
Hell yes.
Year one.
And thank you for supporting La Paloma Theater. I know the place has a special spot in your heart going way back.
Yes. That was my first big premiere was there, and that was it was for Momentum 2, and we had Pennywise and Sprung Monkey and
Electric Kool-Aid.
Electric Kool-Aid. That name was I couldn't think of it right now. I don't know why. They're not as but yeah, we had that, and it was just...
Is that when all the chairs get ripped out of La Paloma?
Oh, it was so fun.
Yeah, there was like 4 rows of chairs that got ripped out, and it was... I still have people today, and that's almost 30 years ago, coming up to me and going, I was at Momentum 2 premiere. It's like Encinitas Woodstock. Almost.
I still have my ticket.
Well,
I still have my ticket stub.
I think that's funny because just this morning when I was in the water, a friend of mine and I were kind of just talking about your old movies and just how much San Diego music was in them, and you would watch those movies not only for the surfing but to find new bands.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just, that was the coolest part about it, I think, back in the day.
Yeah, it was hard to find music. The internet wasn't invented yet, and there was MTV was playing mainstream stuff. So to find all those cool bands that are on Lose Records,
yeah,
you would have to either buy a whole bunch of tapes or find them in a surfer skate film. So it was fun to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So rad. Well, I would tell people to go buy tickets for the Salento Surf Film Fest, but we are sold out, people. You slept on it. You blow it.
Can you
gonna be
still
awesome.
can you still do that move where you kind of like slide into the front?
Don't
I'm just, but it's a full move, and
You
it's
could, Todd, but I don't know.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
people that do that
you
move.
Have to, you have to know Alan at La Palma and get like a $20, slide him a $20 and sneak in the side.
I swear that was always. It doesn't matter what premiere it is. There's always that crowd that is just lurking by the front, and they kind of. Usually it's Benji.
Honestly,
It was like Benji all the time.
I snuck three kids into the
Benji's
premiere
night
last night.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Benji's night one, so I'm sure if you find Benji, I'm sure he'll be able to sneak you in.
Yeah.
All right, find Benji.
Slide
Yeah.
in. That's right.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Taylor. And the other huge news, and I know that this is going to be something announced and talked about at the Salento Film Festival, is the return of a beloved Taylor Steele / Greg Browning franchise. What's happening there?
Yes,
Oh my God.
There is drive-through
Woohoo!
coming back, and it is going to be bigger and better than ever.
Any familiar characters?
All familiar
All familiar characters.
Yes, Donovan and Benji will be leading the cast of some of the best surfers of today.
Wow.
And some the biggest names in the space.
I just want to see
It's gonna be fun.
older, like middle-aged, neurotic Pat in the RV.
Pato.
Yeah, Pato
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Benji, who's exactly the same.
Yeah,
as he was.
Benji and Donovan, I would say, are
Totally the
the
same.
most similar to their
Right.
characters in the original.
And Kalani. Like Kalani's out of his
Yes.
fucking mind. Like,
Yeah, they're all
Yeah,
still
they're
on the drive-through.
That's so great.
They're all the same. They've been doing the drive-through all this time, but no one's been documenting it. So now we're gonna get them back in front of the camera. No, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna, I'll save some of the things that we're gonna do, but it's gonna be bigger and better.
Can't wait.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Taylor. I know you're very busy planning surf film festivals and renting RVs. We'll let you go. Always love your work. Can't wait to be there. I'll be there night 2. Can't wait.
Yes, awesome. Well,
Cool.
thanks, guys.
See ya.
I'll see you guys soon.
Oh yes. Maybe Taylor will sneak you into the
That's
film
pretty.
festival.
That's pretty freaking rad. Like I didn't really know too much about this surf festival until very recently.
It honestly went when it went out on Instagram, it sold out.
But the drive-through, I didn't even know about that until just now.
Dude, it's
I freaking love.
everybody
the
loves drive-through.
The ones with
Everybody loves
Aki, the ones where they're in Europe and they can't. It's just like the chemistry between
Oh my
like
gosh.
Kelly and Pat and like all these dudes.
I was in the RV on Drive Through Europe, and I remember Pat calling Kelly Slater. Like, this was at night. We're all just eating dinner, whatever, and he's going, "I'm getting Kelly in here." He calls Kelly, "Come in the RV. You're just hanging around, Fran. Come on." And Kelly's like, "Okay." Literally, clothes on his back, 2 surfboards, jumps in the RV.
That's
Stays
it.
in the RV for 8 days.
That really?
Yeah.
Didn't bring anything with him.
We had jumpsuits. He had a jumpsuit. It was the best trip of
Wow.
my life, and I think the best trip of a lot of their lives.
So great.
And Drive-Thru's coming back. Super hyped on that. And
Yeah.
I'm actually. This is kind of cool.
Huh.
I got a call from Thomas Campbell the other day. He can't come to the film festival, and I'm sorry to all the Thomas Campbell fans out there, but I will be narrating Sprout,
Oh really?
and I'm going to be channeling my inner Thomas Campbell
Hmm.
on September 23rd. It's my birthday, and so that's the best birthday present is I get to be Thomas Campbell for a couple hours.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said,
Wow.
Surf Madness at an all-time high. Also, this week, if you're up in Huntington Beach, the U.S. Open of Surfing is starting, Challenger Series event.
Here we go.
Snapped 4 is going to premiere up there on the 24th. And if you've seen... So, Jack Robinson dropped a edit of throwaways
Mm-hmm.
today.
Pretty heavy.
Those are throwaways.
Mm.
I can't... This is going to be an insane movie. Snapped 4. I think there might be a couple tickets left for the Huntington Beach premiere, but I doubt it. You can check out Snapped 4 on Instagram.
I wonder, what I do wonder about the U.S. Open being now as opposed
Challenger Series.
to a Challenger Series as opposed to being, but it's a Challenger Series, but it's still like a pro event, right? Like still like
Oh, for sure.
all the homies are going to be there.
All the
'Cause they're all
the
like-
big names will
yeah.
be there.
So I'm like, I wonder what the vibe's gonna be, because usually it's midsummer.
Yeah.
Everyone's on break and it's just fucking chaos in Huntington. I wonder what the vibe's gonna be. If it's gonna be a little bit more laid back, kind of.
Well, I thought about that this morning, and I feel like it's going to be more of just a serious surf event.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm sure there will be some kind of village element, but there's no, you know, ramps. There's no mega shopping plazas. It's the U.S. Open of Surfing, Huntington Beach, presented by Shiseido. So get used to hearing that because you're going to hear it a lot. But
How many days are you working?
5 days.
5 fullers.
So
full days?
yeah, pretty full days.
Get your nap on, dude.
Oh my gosh! You know sometimes
That is a grind.
I
I've done
love-
the U.S. Open a couple of years. It's a fucking grind.
It's radical. I love working. I love working,
Yeah.
and I get a lot of joy and inspiration when I see my calendar and it's stacked. But this week is daunting for sure. Sunday, I'm hosting the Travis Matthews WSL Celebrity Golf Tournament.
Mhm.
That's from 6 to 8. Monday, 6 to 6. U.S. Open
Are you
starts.
coming home every day?
I'll come home. I'm coming home on the 23rd to go to the Salento Film Festival.
Then you got that. Yeah, that.
And then
that.
24th, I'm hosting the Snap 4 premiere. 25th, I am the officiant to my friend Ronnie Dudek from Years Around the Sun's wedding and
Wait.
Secret Links.
No way.
He's getting married. I'm going to come back from Huntington to marry him and his
God, you're
wife.
like a Swiss Army host.
And then I'll do the finals on Sunday.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's daunting for sure.
You're gonna need a.
I love that word,
long
by the
nap.
way, daunting.
Daunting.
It's daunting. I'm still tired from the Rip Curl finals.
Wow. What a week.
And last night, I did the lockdown premiere, community epicness, and then I went to Barrick de Vries. Look at that. I went to the Barrick de Vries event
Uh-huh.
at Gnarlywood in Carlsbad. Barrick de Vries trying to...
He was over here yesterday doing a public service announcement.
Yeah, he threw a party to raise funds to get himself on tour on the Challenger Series.
How's it going?
I think he did pretty well last night. Had a big party. I went there afterwards. I was there
Good.
for an hour or so. It was a really cool vibe. But yeah, like I said, surfing's hot right
Fucking
now.
strong first name.
Surfing, Bayrick.
Yeah. It's a strong name.
I wonder what. Oh, and he's starting a vlog, and I think he's calling it like Barbarician or something.
Solid.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got?
Jeez,
Any more?
that was a rad interview with Taylor Steele.
That's great.
Kind of hyped on that.
Pretty funny that like you just these people we just call these people.
Yeah, it makes me feel good. Did you watch the surf series on Stab SURF?
No.
It's so good. It's
I've,
one of my favorite video series. Are you a Stab Premium member
I am.
yet? You
I
are.
am, yeah.
You got to watch this thing.
There's just so much content and like literally my brain is just
Full.
cooked
It's full of content.
by the time bedtime comes around. And usually that's when I post up in front of the computer and like
Yeah.
will watch things.
Oh, I use my computer at bedtime for watching stuff.
So I don't know.
Well, you should watch it. I'll spoil it. Jake Vincent,
Mm-hmm.
who is one of my new favorite surfers, he may have won it.
Can I insert some surf news?
Please
Okay, so
insert it.
all
of it.
last week
Yeah.
was all about the hurricane that was on the East Coast.
Okay. Yes. Oh my gosh.
And
New Jersey,
now
New
we're
York was
starting to
fiery.
see the fruits of that with the photographers and the edits. And my pick is Scott Sullivan. Used to live here in Encinitas.
Okay.
He now lives in Washington, but he just contributed to this story that was on Surfline, and just a whole bunch of really New England-y photos. He basically claimed it was the best he's seen it there in like 20 years.
New England meaning
Rhode
not
Island,
like secret spots.
Rhode Island, Cape Cod, like that. All the usual suspects. That if you live there, like Ruggles.
Yeah.
Ruggles in Rhode Island is like one of the only places that will hold a swell that size.
Big left
right
point. Right point break. I want to surf there so bad.
It'd be so fun to go back east for like 4 or 5 days during a hurricane and just bounce around.
Dude, I'm doing.
There's like it's like the leaves have changed. It's like that crisp, but it's
I
warm.
love it there, and I don't
It's
even.
so great.
And I just had a taste. I want it all. I want to eat lobster.
I fucking hated it when I was 18, but I'm beginning to like love it again.
Yeah.
Now when I go home.
There's something to be said about just fall. Bam.
Yeah.
Way different. You know, like we're looking out here right now, and there's the leaves are different, but this is San Diego. It's
Kinda
70. It's gonna
not-
be 70
It's
degrees.
kind of not different.
till
Like
New
fall for us is like, oh, everything is gonna burn.
Like, oh, I'm putting a short sleeve full on instead of trunks.
Right.
That's the biggest difference.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I'm so wanting a drive-through,
Mhm.
but
That's what I mean.
from that's like Long Beach or somewhere in New York.
Yeah,
to
go from
start,
Jersey
and
and
then-
then drive up through New
Yeah.
York and then drive into Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, maybe even Maine if we're feeling frisky.
What about like Nova Scotia? How that
Or you could go out, you could follow a hurricane all the way up. And there's so many fun places to skate and just fucking
I
eat
want to
pizza.
eat. I want to eat.
New England has the best pizza.
It does, huh?
It really
Mystic Pizza,
No.
great movie.
Fried green tomatoes. Okay, let's move on to
Well,
skate news.
I just thought I had another surf thing. Oh, I'm going on my what I think is my first normal person surf trip
Where?
in 20 years.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Nicatime, Nicaragua,
When?
in the beginning of October
You didn't tell me.
for 4 days.
You didn't tell me that.
Well,
I'm going to Mexico.
I'm going to.
I'm going to Mexico the 2nd of October through the 9th.
Dude, we're gonna be on a surf trip at the same time. Hand sanitizer. I realize. I mean, this
Who are
is.
you going with?
I'm going with Sketchy Tank, my friend Chris Slingerland, who is a
Wow.
barrel maestro.
That's fun.
And I told it, and I've been friends with him forever. He's one of these guys that goes and charges down to
And
mainland
this is
Mexico.
the dude that you're going to stay at the guy's house who
Nicatime
Encinitas.
is a longtime homie from way back, and I've heard this spot is just
Your brother
amazing.
goes, right? Your brother's been a few times?
I think he's everyone I know has been there,
Yeah.
and everyone raves about it.
There you go.
And I am not good at readying the barrel, especially backside. So I'm leaning on the people there. My friend Chris Slingerland, Sketchy Tank, and my friend Greg is going. And it's just like
Will
four
you go out
homies.
if it's overhead?
Definitely.
Okay.
I got a 6.0, bro.
Okay.
I got a Dark Arts
You know-
Paizel Ghost ready to go.
There's just rumors that you won't go out if it's over waist high.
No. I would say my limit, in all honesty, my size limit, double overhead, depending on the break.
Right.
I feel comfortable in double overhead surf. Triple overhead, that's a little much.
See, I'm dumb.
personally.
I'll just go out and almost drown.
You'll surf 50-foot waves?
No.
What's the biggest waves you'll surf?
I think the biggest waves I've ever surfed probably been double overhead.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
double overhead that's respectable.
And you like definitely are not like
You're going, I'm like, okay,
you're not comfortable.
No.
Like, you're not trying shit.
no. If I have to ride a board over 6 feet, I'm
Right.
not going out.
No.
But I am hoping to get barreled, and you could
I've heard it's
goddamn bet that
I've
when
heard
I
it's
do, I'm posting
very
it on my Instagram.
user friendly.
I hope so.
User friendly barrels.
Yeah, I'm excited because literally every surf trip I've been on in the last 20 years has been for a magazine
Right.
or for a special project,
So this is just surf,
which is awesome.
surf and eat food and
Yeah, this is not worry about bringing home a story, photos,
Mhm.
anything like that. It's go surf
Right.
with my friends, hopefully get barreled.
shaka.
The report will follow,
All right.
and
Sounds cool.
I'm looking forward to October. It's gonna be a fun month.
It's gonna be good. So let's move on to
Let's
skate
talk
news
skate
because
news.
we
Yeah,
don't
this is
have
going
all
on and
day.
on. No, we don't. Skate news brought to you by Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel, the best underpants in the business. This is big news right here. It's breaking. It's just in. Idaho police are looking for a man who caused $5,000 in damage by skateboarding over wet cement
Whoa! Who the
And
fuck is skating in wet
at
cement?
Blake Haven Park. Anyone with information, shut up. Don't be a narc. Let him live.
Wait, so this is someone?
This was-
a brand new skate park, and someone rode their skateboard.
No, I think it's like a
Oh,
park. I don't know. So every Monday morning, I type skateboarding news into Google, and this was the top story
What a
that popped
dumbass.
up.
just fucking skate through wet cement.
I don't understand how you cause $5,000 worth of damage to cement.
That's some gnarly. Like you're being overcharged if some motherfucking team is charging you $5,000.
But I mean, imagine if like I'm imagining that let's say it is a skate park,
Yeah.
and it's like almost done. It's literally 2 hours from being dry enough to skate, and the guy's skating around just leaving tracks, and he's going, dude, this park is slow, bro.
But you wouldn't even be like, just picture dropping into some like almost dry cement. You would fucking eat shit.
So maybe what happened was he was just skating and didn't see the sign and just went
Caution.
into the cement and then flew.
Perhaps.
And so you have wheels
Perhaps
and then
there
3
was
feet and a body.
there
slide.
was a wily coyote who hid the sign.
That's probably what happened.
Right? He was banking on a roadrunner.
And again, if you have any information about this young man, shut up.
Yeah, shut the fuck
It's
up.
hilarious. And if you go buy wet cement and don't have the urge to write in it, there's something wrong with you.
Do you ever think about just like if you so you see wet cement, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, holy shit, wet cement. And
Glory
you're,
hole.
You're like, what do I do? Do you like you write your name, but do you ever think like, what if I just pressed my wiener in it?
Always. I always think that.
Do you ever press?
I always think that about everything.
Do you ever press your face? Like, would you press your face in a wet cement?
Yes.
That's fucking.
If invited.
No, like if you're just walking down the street and like right now
Slam
there's
your
like
face in the
there's a lot of work being
a lot
done
of
and
construction
there's a
around
lot
town.
of wet cement. Do you ever just think about like if I come across the next wet cement I come across,
Yeah.
I'm putting my face in it.
Okay, challenge accepted.
But then they could bust you. They'd be
yeah.
like, oh my god, that's fucking Chris.
They're like,
but
just
your
like
wiener.
CBS in Idaho, it's like Fox 5 San Diego on the hunt for a perpetrator who shoved his penis into wet cement.
No, I don't mean like put it in like
Hard.
a hole.
Sorry. Correct. That would be
Just
next
get a
level.
boner and just press it into the cement. That would actually be amazing.
Oh, I was thinking you just poke it.
You actually create the ultimate glory hole on the
Yeah.
sidewalk.
Yeah. Anyway, skating is brought to you. Yeah, that's a tough transition, but this is kind of cool. A long time ago, we talked about this video game called Skatebird.
No,
And
it's not about Tony Hawk.
No, it's called Skatebird, and it's by a developer called Glass Bottom Games.
It's
and
out.
It's out. This is pretty rad. So there's a whole backstory to this I had no idea about. I just love the idea of being able to be a little bird at a skate park. But the whole game was created by a trans skater, Megan Fox. Not that Megan Fox. But it was funded by Kickstarter, Patreon, and it's part of this whole movement of trans video game developers, independent, just rad, smart people.
And it's out on Steam and
Amazon
Nintendo
Luna.
Switch.
What's Amazon Luna?
I don't know, some
Xbox?
streaming service.
Game Pass.
PlayStation. It's out on all your favorite things.
Yeah, I'm excited about
But
that.
it's a little bird that skateboards.
Yeah. I mean, what more could you ask for? I'm going to be playing that game.
Skate 4.
I'm definitely going to be.
Wait, are we on
supporting.
Skate 3 or Skate 4 now?
Where is this skate news on
No, I know,
Monday
but like,
Mass?
is that for video game wise? Is it Skate 3 or Skate 4?
I don't know.
Did you play Skate?
I didn't.
Skate's arguably the best one.
It's like almost a simulator, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Sim.
But it's cool. It's better.
A sim game.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, skate news. The America video dropped.
Well,
It's called This, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
You cool with that?
I love America skate videos. They're always good.
You know what's been kind of crazy the last day or so has been so the GoPro Hero 10 just launched.
Really?
Okay, so that's out.
Is that good?
And there's like hyper slow. I don't know. We'll get one.
Yes.
Davey will hook us up, right, Davey? I know you're listening. So there's been like all this really cool skate footage that's coming out with it, with this super stable everything, and
That's so
it's
rad.
very cool. I don't
I'm
know
on
where I
Instagram.
was going with that. Oh yeah, now I know. We got a text the other day about those real skateboard stories
Yeah.
on the Real website.
Yes.
The one on Jeff Kendall's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. The
And
Jeff
I
Kendall has
also just got a Real Skateboards Mason Silva Jawbreaker.
I saw that on your
skateboard.
Instagram.
It's freaking cool. I can't remember what we even talked about on the show, But Mason Silva is a Jawbreaker fan. He teamed up with the band.
Remember when we called him for the show when he won SOTY?
It's fucking rad.
This show's so good.
Anyways, so yeah. What?
This show's so good. We have skateboards for sale. I think we have 4 of these left, and we have 4 hammerhead, or not hammerhead shapes.
Chris
but like,
is going to put his wiener in
that-
and then press
that
it on there.
hole. No, we will sign them. I mean, I don't know who would want that, but we have skateboards for sale. We have shirts for sale. Every shirt comes with a sticker, and you're on the team.
We have caps for sale too.
Caps for sale.
Yeah.
We've got caps for sale. All caps embroidered by ripping skater Shay Donovan.
And Megs, his
Yes.
girl.
Yeah.
There we go.
See, we're all about stuff. We're
I'm
all
trying-
about it.
Trying to think
That's
what
it.
else. What other crazy shits gone down?
Toy
recently?
Machine dropped a new raw cut video that's insanely good. Oscar Rosenberg
Yeah,
Hallberg
what's up
dropped
with
a
the
new
truck
video.
company?
Ace Truck.
Is he?
collab.
I thought he's starting like a new weird truck company
This was actually sent to me by the homie Dane Barry.
called like Glorg or something.
Glorg.
I don't know. It's got
It
some
is.
weird
It's
name.
called Lurpiv.
Lurpin.
Lurpiv.
Is that a parody?
And hired some smart people.
Is it fake?
Our team is strong, and soon we'll have some big names joining our force.
So is he
I
starting
love
a truck
Oski.
company? I don't get it. Lurpin.
Let me see. Yeah,
Is it a thing?
Special
it's
for myself and all you skaters out there. Today, I introduce to you Lurpiv,
Lurpiv?
made in Sweden.
oh, it's not. I see. Oh, this is what happened. I apologize.
What?
I was watching that, and then it went to another video that was Ace Truck, so I confused them. Lurpiv is the truck company started by Oski.
Just rolls.
Sweden.
Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Lurpiv.
I personally, I'm a Crux guy right here, and I love Oski, but
You
I mean,
Crux.
come on.
Um,
You can't go wrong with that right there. That's the hole. You can see through it. We've been talking a lot about holes on this podcast
you know,
today.
if you buy one of these decks, Chris will send a photo of himself
No, I will not.
putting his wiener through the hole in a Crux truck.
I'm not putting my wiener in any holes. All right? Been there, done that. Didn't like it.
Let's move on to snowboard news because I have a guest.
Okay.
'Cause I-
Snowboard news is cool. Oh, you just going straight to the
I'm
guest?
going straight to the guest because we can talk about all this bullshit when I get the guest on here.
Is it Stan?
Yeah. it's-
That's Todd's first guest.
I just
Always
I didn't
guest.
put a lot of. He's not even answering. I might have to talk about all this
Oh,
shit
wow.
myself.
My guest answered.
Maybe he's not.
Hello.
He is
Oh,
answering.
he's
there he is.
there.
Hi, Stan. You're on the Monday Mass. I was too lazy this week to come up with any snowboard news.
I
so
did.
you're helping us.
Oh, thank you. We could start with my lisp. Last time we spoke, I think I had all my teeth.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so since
Oh
last
my
time we
gosh,
talked,
yes.
you've lost a front tooth. You're looking like you got second place in a rock fight. What happened to you?
Luke Winkleman, which honestly I still feel like he hasn't really made amends, but he kind of caught a weird edge and took out my front tooth.
Why didn't you get it? How come? Why the delay in putting it back?
Well, so he smashed the tooth into the roof of my mouth, and I had to get oral surgery to get it removed, and then I had all these stitches in my mouth, and they couldn't mold my mouth for like 3 weeks until the stitches dissolved.
Oh,
So
God.
as of tomorrow, should have I think I'm getting a little replacement, a little fake.
Mouth stitches are the worst stitches.
Right. Mouth stitches are not good.
Not fun, really. Not really recommended.
Did you ever think of getting some of those novelty teeth? You know,
Like Bubba,
Yeah.
or like what are they
just
called?
Yeah.
just so people wouldn't feel so weird because when they look at you, I mean, let's be honest, all we're looking at is a missing tooth.
Well, this is what's been bothering me. A lot of people have been telling me that I look good with the missing tooth. And the reason I'm offended by that is my face has to look some kind of fucked up you to tell me that my missing front tooth has improved
Yeah.
the look of my face.
Well,
You know,
I mean,
so-
you got Ken Block, right? He's got a
Yeah, are you
missing
getting like a
tooth.
gold tooth?
Sean Palmer with
You know,
missing
I'm
tooth.
making Pat Bridges pay for it, so I didn't want to break the slush bank before we even get started. So
You know,
I'm just going.
Not a lot of people have done this, but if you get a lead front tooth,
Yes.
yeah, that shows that you are a risk taker and you live life by the seat of your pants. Listen,
I mean, if I was smart, I would get like a cryptocurrency.
ooh,
Oh, an NFT tooth.
yeah, no fucking tooth. Oh! Hey, okay, so let's just roll right into this. So right now you are at the printer for Slush Magazine, the actual physical
Print.
issues coming out. Am
Print.
I wrong in that?
That is 100% correct. We are in the home stretch. I'm actually like sitting here pressing reload, watching it all like upload into what is called the digital blue line.
Oh,
Because
Blue
you
Line.
know,
I missed that.
Mm.
Yes, you actually were doing this when Blue Line was not digital.
No,
as far as I understand.
that's right.
On
the
You
table,
went
Blue Line
to
table.
college for this.
I did, and
Yeah.
now you can do that on your iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're in the final stages. I'm happy with it. You know, I think we're swinging. I think Snowboarders Journal is going to be stressed. I think Torment's going to be stressed. We're just going for everybody.
You're gonna
We've
crush
got
'em.
some POW, we've got some street. It's a nice little mix that we've got. But there's cool stuff in there. We've got we're checking in with Jill Perkins. We've got a nice Jill Perkins. There's a little leak that I'm giving you right now.
Yeah, no, this is why I called
Leak
you.
it. Leak it.
Exclusives.
And we there's actually both Jeremy Jones in there.
Wow.
We're talking to both of them.
Wow.
We've got Zellers in there. Jim Zellers, kind of
Wow.
OG.
Wow.
He's taking shots at volley and the splitboard culture.
We really hear the lisp when you say Zellers.
Yeah, I know. The list is honestly, I catch myself in the middle of the sentence and I hate it.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
me.
there's all sorts of good stuff in there. So I'm excited. You know, I think the whole world is telling us don't make magazines, and we are making one. So,
Buck that trend.
Yeah, FTW.
Yeah. Fuck the world, bro. Hey, so I want to hear Stan / Slush Mags. We just recently got news that the resort, formerly known as Squaw Valley, has now
Yeah.
changed their name to Palisades at Tahoe or some bullshit.
I love that.
yeah, Palisades Tahoe. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like they could have done better. I feel like Palisades doesn't really, I just really feel like there was so many other names.
Why don't you guys brainstorm and come up with some better names right now?
Yeah, Plump Jack Peak.
There you go.
Plump Jack Peak. I mean, yeah, I think this could have been I think I know what you're getting at, Todd, which is you're kind of a little bit bummed that they didn't name the mountain after you.
No, I'm not a Tahoe local, but they could have just called it like Icy Traverse,
Yeah.
Long Line, No Pow. There's a lot of names.
Long line, no
Maybe
pow.
they could have called it. Yeah, maybe an ode to TV5, maybe some like a Dave Downing shout out or something. at
Already
least, you know?
tracked peak.
Yeah. With the Palisades thing, I'm indifferent. You know, I think that naming something is really hard.
Yeah.
I think people are always gonna. We experience it with Slush. People are like, why'd you call it that? And I'm like, well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
It's a great name.
But I think Palisades, any name is better, I think, than one that has kind of roots in a culture that is oppressive to.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of
Native
course.
Americans.
Yeah.
So, do I think it could have been? Do I think they could have gone for something a little shinier? Sure, but once again, it's probably just a bunch of, I don't know who decided on that, but I think it could have been worse.
Yeah,
It might-
definitely could have been worse.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy the general, up in armsness about it. Like, I've been, I'm a fan of conflict in general. So watching people in Tahoe get mad about it is certainly entertaining.
I mean, it's really
That's
fodder.
fun,
It's
yeah.
fodder.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. But they've got like a little logo. It's like, I'm just glad they did it, frankly. I figured that they were just going to drag their feet. And then, we saw, like, with the Washington Redskins, right? They changed their name to Washington Football Team. They could have called it Ski Mountain.
Right.
Mountain, so...
Tahoe
they
Ski
tried.
Mountain.
Yeah, they at least tried. So I think I'm glad, I think that's exciting. I guess, I just, it's like, they're listening, apparently, or I don't know.
They are
Yeah,
big fans of the show.
Yeah,
so.
there's a lot of Squaw Valley.
It's
marketing.
Palisades Mountain, Tahoe.
Why didn't they just have it like a prince? Like, just
There's a logo,
just a symbol.
like a mountain.
Right.
Huh.
I will say that
With a wave on it.
Slush, the magazine, though, we had to scramble to change some things because we held the rebirth of the World Quarters at Squaw.
Oh, that's
the
right.
Resort formerly known as Squaw.
Right.
So there's a whole article about it in this first issue, and literally 2 days ago, I had to go back through the whole thing and change everything. Every time we said Squaw, we changed the name.
That's rad. That's responsible.
Yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
responsible journalism. Okay, switching subjects here. There's kind of not really a lot going on in snowboarding right now.
It's
There's
really hot.
There's some people in Sauce Bay doing that bullshit for the next month
Everyone's in Europe.
while we
Global
warm up.
warming.
But one thing that I think is really cool is Sam Taxwood and Desiree Melancon going on this crazy bicycle ride. What is the deal with that?
So, both of them I think both of them are very affected in their own way by mental health. I think it's something that both of them are advocates of because they struggle with, and I think it's something that a lot of snowboarders, and people in general, a lot of people that are our peers struggle with. We've lost a lot of great riders and great friends to suicide over the years, and I think that Sam and Desiree kind of just reached this random breaking point where I think they just wanted to actually get up and do something about it. So they set a goal that was initially like $5,000 that they wanted to raise, and met it within like 2 hours, and have now changed it to $20,000 that they're aiming to raise. And I do believe they're just shy. So, if you haven't donated, there's time, but I think they're like at like $18.5 thousand right now, and they're biking from Portland, Oregon, Desiree's house in Portland, and they're biking to Riverside, California.
That's far.
Fucking gnarly.
It's really
no
far.
better destination I can really imagine.
Well, there's Bakersfield.
The Riverside, they really set themselves up to have a glorious, I don't know, maybe they're going to bike to one 7-Eleven in particular, I'm not sure.
We'll see. We'll be following along.
But yeah, I think they just cruised through San Francisco. They're catching people on the way, and they're punishing themselves. Desiree is oversharing about her menstruation cycle.
Jeez.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, this is
Good
what
times.
kids want to see and hear about.
Yeah,
Really.
it's all good stuff. But
Awesome.
yeah, if you're listening and you haven't supported them yet, if you go to either of their Instagram pages, their links are in the bio. You can throw 10, $5, whatever. And, Desiree is herself actually working on launching her own nonprofit that deals with suicide prevention, and that is, it's called Stay. Somebody's thinking about you, Stay.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and so she's
Sweet.
actually in the midst of launching that kind of right now. So I think this has sort of been her precursor to really actually putting her money where her mouth is, or her feet where her whatever her wallet is. I don't know, but yeah, they're really doing it.
Cool.
So it's
Awesome.
great to see.
Well,
Cool.
we here at Monday Mass run a nonprofit too, but it's just straight
It's,
up.
it's supposed to be a business.
We don't really make
Yeah.
any money, so it's just nonprofit. All right.
Thank you, Stan.
Yeah, we'll let you go. Get back to your Slush magazine. Yeah, thanks for joining us here on the Monday Mass on a
Thanks
Friday.
for having me, Monday Mass. Always love it. You guys
Okay.
are great.
All right.
Stan
All right.
Lavelle, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna
It's
be.
Levier. Why can't you fucking figure out his name?
I was talking about our next guest, Stan Lavelle.
Okay.
We're going to be doing a GoFundMe for Stan's tooth because we want it platinum with a diamond shaped like a snowboard boot. That would be sick.
What if you could just have, I wonder how soon it will be where you can just have a tooth replaced with a small LCD screen.
I like that.
And you can just play stuff. You could either have it be a tooth, or you could just have it play,
Stan
video.
Levier. Stan Levier is a great guest.
Yeah.
Stan Lavelle, don't know who that is, and I apologize to Stan Levier.
Who cares?
I just call him Stan.
Yeah, just Stan.
It's just Stan.
Anyway, that's snowboard news, mainly because it's fucking hot
That
out.
doesn't really.
I got other shit
I
going
care about
on.
snowboarding right now. Okay, that's it for newses.
Okay, well, I thought we had nerd news.
We've.
Do we have anything?
30 years ago this week,
Nerd
Use
news is
Your
brought to you
Illusion
by Panic and Copy
1
and
and 2 were released. Did you listen to Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion 1 and 2?
I don't. Yes, probably.
And can you believe that was 30 years ago?
30 fucking years
The
ago.
blue one is the best one. Another irrelevant nerd news. The MTV Video Awards I was randomly in a hotel room watching normal TV. The MTV Video Awards was on 18 channels.
What?
MTV, VH1, Nickelodeon.
Okay,
I mean,
first of all,
crazy.
it can't be just news to me that they still have videos on MTV.
MTV's still a thing. It's been 40 years. So this was the 40th anniversary of MTV.
Wow, I remember the first one.
And I love Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X, Montero, Call Me By Your Name, won Video of the Year. The rest of these awards, I have no idea what's going on.
Who cares?
Artist of the Year, Justin Bieber.
Really? Why?
Like, what year is this?
Who else did stuff? Best.
Song of the Year, Driver's License,
No.
Olivia Rodrigo. And I'm not saying this shit because, like, oh, we're old, we don't. I truly don't care. I've tried to listen to some of these people. It's not my thing.
Can we let me just stop you right here because this I feel I feel like people want to know like what's fucking cool.
Well, I'm saying what's not cool.
No, I know, but I'm saying like here's what's cool. This
Yeah.
new band from John Reese and Rob Crow,
Yes,
Splosions
explosions.
or
Should I-
Splosion.
should I
Is
pull
it
it up?
Splosions or Splosion? You want to hear this? This is fucking great. If you like Rocket from the Crypt, you like Pinback.
Oh, it's
and
called Plosives.
Plosives. Splosions.
So it's as close as you're going to get to
RFT
Rocket meets Pinback.
Meets Pinback meets Hot Snakes.
So good.
Very
People have
sa-
to discover it for
Very
themselves.
fucking San Diego.
Plosives.
Plosives.
Hit the Brakes is the lead single.
It's fucking great, dude.
It's much
I
better
listened
than Machine Gun Kelly featuring Black Bear. In our opinion,
Can you name one Machine Gun Kelly song?
no.
Isn't he married to
He's married to Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Or he almost got in a fight with
Colin McGregor. I
Yeah.
saw that. Colin McGregor threw...
Colin McGregor?
Is that his name?
Something McGregor.
I think it's Colin McGregor.
Is it?
Yeah.
Connor.
Conor McGregor threw like water at him.
That shows you how much we don't give a shit.
We're so not... I mean...
We're not the MTV.
I'm not
I
there.
was MTV
Not-
generation. I
not
grew up
there
on
anymore.
it. Loved it. Don't care anymore. None of this stuff does anything for me. There's so
Look.
much good independent music out there.
Right.
You shouldn't settle for Olivia Rodrigo or Machine Gun Kelly or Justin Bieber.
But I do back Shakira because she's...
I do back Shakira and I do back Lil Nas X.
What about the
And
first...
Steely Dan. Steely Dan should win all these categories. I don't
Yeah.
know what the hell they're talking
In
about.
Foo Fighter news, there's...
That first record was good. The one with the gun on it. We have questions. Do you
Okay.
have any more nerd news?
No, let's fucking
Let's get
cap
out of
this
here.
thing.
Questions are brought to you by Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel. California Mud Motors is back with a Would You Rather. Here we go. In honor of Chris's commentating,
Yep.
would you rather your style of surfing be considered a connoisseur of fluid dynamics or aquatic savagery?
Whose? Your own
Yours.
personals?
Yeah. Would you rather your surfing be described as? I said Carissa Moore is fluid dynamics. Tatiana Weston Webb is aquatic savagery.
I'd way rather have fluid dynamics.
Same. Follow-up question. If a 540 is pulled when Chris is commentating, will he or why didn't he say 540 and not correct his co-host?
Because he's scared.
No, because no one did a 540 when I was commentating at the finals. And I always call it a 540. California Mud Motors, you know that. We got more questions. Here's a good one.
Okay.
This is from Fulano's.
Ooh.
It's a local restaurant.
Do they just serve Mexican food?
One,
Not like the other.
yeah, but it's not what they serve, it's when they serve it.
Oh.
Which You never know.
They're open 24 hours a year.
Oh my gosh, that's in the question. Hey, Chris and Todd, longtime fans. Both of you are amigos. As Leucadia's least open restaurant, we have had some time and noticed the weeks that your show has been late. And we're just curious if you're trying to adapt to our open 24 hours a year business model.
Right.
Fulano's is a legendary spot, and it's so exclusive. Like, literally, you have to go there.
The urban
You can't
legends.
go to Yelp. You can't go to Google Maps. You got to show up and see if it's open. If it's open,
The urban legends about Fulano's in this town
oh my
are
gosh,
incredible.
there are no other restaurants with as storied a past, present, and future of Fulano's.
But completely unfounded in reality.
Is somebody told me there was a tunnel going from all the way from the Mexico side of the border to Fulano's, which is not true, but I've heard that from multiple people.
Okay, can we just talk about the geographical...
That's
or
a long tunnel.
That is a fucking tunnel.
But this is one thing I do know about Fulano's, in all seriousness. The owner, chef, used to be a chef for President Bill Clinton. Fact about Fulano's. Next question from Brendan Strait. Do you think Felipe Toledo... This is a good, serious question about surfing.
like
Do you think Felipe Toledo will ever win a world title? Keep up the amazing work. Thank you for that. I hope so, in a way. But I don't think anybody besides Gabriel, Italo...
Do you think it'll be like a weird, like Adriano?
John.
Remember when Adriano won the title?
Adriano won the title
Do you think
after
it'll-
Gabriel.
Do you think it'll be like that though, like kind of like a fluky thing if he wins it?
No, I think he'll be in the top. He'll be in the top 5 again next year for
right.
sure.
But do you think he will ever push through? Because
maybe.
he's really freaking good in every style of wave.
I know. This is another great question. So, do you think he will? Yes or no?
How old is he?
27
Okay,
or something.
so I think that
30?
he has a couple more years. If he's 27, if he's
Yeah.
around 27, 28, he has a couple more years until your physical and your mental are completely synced.
All right. So, yes or no?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
I think he will do that.
Good
so
call.
check back with us here after
In
another
7 years.
600 episodes.
Adam Etzart, longtime listener and homie. Another great question. Monday Mass question. If you could relive one moment of your career,
Wow.
what would it be? One moment of your career.
Fully relive.
What would it be?
Fuck. I think the day that I got my pro model.
Yeah, that's hot. So how did it, like, did they hand it to you?
Not
Or-
really. It wasn't like the fanfare that there is now.
Because now it's a big celebration if you get a
Right,
promo.
it's like a big
Did
deal.
it just like show up in the mail?
No, I like went to their
The
like your
factory.
board. Like I submitted the graphic and blah blah blah. And like, okay, your board's done.
They called you.
Well, because I was going to I was in Oregon for snowboard camp, and Morrow Snowboards at the time was in Salem,
Right.
Oregon, which is 2 hours away. And I would go there all the time. But they're like, I was going to New Zealand like the next day, and
That's
they're like,
cool.
hey, we want you to take your new board down there and get some photos. And I do remember when I went there and got it, I was like, holy shit,
Yeah, that's rad.
this is fucking real.
I would say I would like to relive the time I partied all night and tried to commentate at the U.S. Open and was pulled off air. I'd like to get a redo of that and not do that.
That's so great.
I would not like to do that again, and I will never. Dane Barry wants to know how many e-bikes were at Trestles the past few days. Thousands.
It literally
Thousands of happy e-bike riders having a good time on their e-bikes.
It looked fake, the picture.
I mean,
There was 1,000 e-bikes there for sure.
yeah. But it was, it was awesome.
What?
Hey,
imagine the fucking chaos you could cause with just a couple bike locks.
Oh
If you
my
just
gosh.
went down there with a
Just a
couple
one
bikes.
long chain. And,
Oh my god, dude.
and to me, that's like, that's what all this online
That's
e-bike
good,
meet
clean,
is
that's
gonna.
good,
That's
clean
good,
fun.
clean fun.
That's good, clean
Don't
fun.
mess with people's e-bikes.
Anything else?
David O'Donnell. Surfing won today. So epic. New format was really fun to watch. 2 best surfers won, although if Philippe had held on to that rotator, he would have edged Gabby out.
I
Still,
do.
Gabby.
I do think so.
Yeah.
I do. We didn't talk about this in serving, but I do think
Oh, the one he felt the very
the
front,
one that
yeah.
he fell, Felipe Toledo had the wave to get the score at
Yeah.
the end of that heat and potentially. No, it wasn't.
I think
actually at the
Kelly
end.
Slater called it and said that was a world title wave.
Yeah, it
So,
was.
I mean, that's the same as being in the Super Bowl and dropping the ball.
Fumbling it.
I forgot the last part of this question from David O'Donnell, or comment was epic commentary, crushing the game. Cote, thanks.
Wow, there we go.
It's nice to hear something
hey,
nice
so-
every once in a while.
This show is going to be on Monday. Full transparency, this is Friday. Chris is moving on to the U.S. Open. He's got a hectic schedule. I'm doing Nitro Rallycross in Salt Lake City at the I forget what it's called, Utah Motorsports Park out there near out west.
Yeah.
If you see me, come say hi
Yeah.
and say hi to Chris too, because Chris will
Todd's
be
done with today's podcast.
Chris will be living at Blue Porta Potty fucking hell.
Come
up
to my
there in
office, the
Huntington.
Blue Porta Potty on the beach. All right, thank you so much. If you made it this far,
Congratulations,
Should we give something
you
away?
are almost to Los Angeles.
if you made it this far,
Oh,
the
yeah, we
Easter
have
egg
this
is
Easter egg.
name the only restaurant in Encinitas that serves two types of food, Chinese and Italian. If you can name that restaurant, you're going to win a prize.
Comment in
Something from this wall. We don't know
Comment
yet.
in the
Comments below.
Comment in the thing.
Like
that
and subscribe.
I'm gonna do of him right now on Instagram. Goodbye. Sweet. I held on to that.